Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium. You walk in this place, you can feel the echoes. So many epic moments have unfolded on this field. And today, the Fighting Irish hoping to reawaken that in this big contest. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Notre Dame will kick it off to get us underway. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. They'll run it to the right side. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
They'll ride the back again here. Hard running through a tackle.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
That completion makes it second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Fires it to the wideout. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. They'll try to run for the first down. The ball is loose. The offense recovers the fumble.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive moving. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Makes a quick catch. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Oh, my gosh. They go for the big play, and they drop. Boy, that hurts, and it hurts their momentum and a chance at a big play.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And he knocks that one right through. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll try the right here. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
New set of downs for the offense. First and 10. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And an explosive gain moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 42. First down here for this offense. The pre-snap motion from the offense. It's a run to the left. Finds room at the 30. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And now here comes the point after attempt. Kick goes through, so it's 7-3. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. They settled for a field goal last time out. They're looking for the end zone here, no doubt. Hands off to the left. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Offense operating from the pistol. Give it to the back again. The Nittany Lions keep the football on the move.
What a nice job here by this offensive line in the back to pick up this first down. And, Chris, you know better than me growing up in this area, Penn State's offense and the ability to run the ball, probably been doing it as well as anybody in college football for decades, going back to guys like the late, great Franco Harris and Kajana Carter and Larry Johnson and Miles Sanders more recently, and, of course, Saquon Barkley. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Penn State running backs, and I'm sure they're proud to see him running the football the way he is today.
Explosive play. The game moves the ball all the way to the 30.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
And the Nittany Lions lining up here on 1st and 10. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Receiver makes the catch.
Well, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
2nd down play coming up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Also out of bounds, close to the end zone.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching the game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 10-7. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And it'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. A beautiful, balanced drive reached the end zone last time. Can they keep it going here? Defense is coming after him. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Finds the man to the left. Big catch downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
That's a big-time play by this wide receiver from Notre Dame. You think about Notre Dame teams that have been able to get up into the national scene. They've always seemed to have a difference maker out on the perimeter, going way back to Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket, who is dynamic, most recently Chase Claypool. You got to have somebody out on the outside that can make plays to have a chance of winning these big games.
Looking for a gap. It's Rhodes. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
Ball handed off. Nice run. He's brought down at the 44.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. And it's caught. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Linebackers moving around, trying to confuse the offense. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On 1st down, it's play action. Pressure is coming. And that's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just a rush the pressure affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Running back has it on a screen now. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they sent a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
And looking to throw now on first down. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. Airing this one out toward the sideline. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, their hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
So second down after the incompletion. Handoff to the back. Powerful running here. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
On third down, it's a handoff. They stop him at the 45, but that's good for a first down.
Third down, I think the defense is really expecting the ball to go through the air. Instead, the offense keeps it on the ground, gives it to one of the more skilled players, and he gets the yards he needs. Move the sticks.
The Nittany Lions begin a new series here, 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the handoff. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Short pass finds the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain. The
offense with some pre-snap motion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket now. Locates the tight end. It's complete. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. And it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 21 as this defense tries to make a stand and force a field goal attempt or a 4th down stop. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. He was successful with his first try. This one from 39 yards out. No problem. Knocks it right through.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. He'll hand it off. Spins away from defenders. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Here's the 2nd down play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Back in motion now. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Fires it to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete. He dropped the first down attempt here across the middle.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Incompletion makes it 2nd down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. An explosive play. Big gain across midfield to the 42.
And just like that, Chris, all of a sudden the offensive coordinator and the quarterback, they changed their approach. That's a big play. So instead of just maybe trying to get into field goal range, now they're really thinking they got a shot to maybe get the ball in the end zone. Looking to throw again.
Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that's so demoralizing for a defense, especially for those star players who don't sub out as much. By the fourth quarter, really starts to wear you out.
Grab behind the line. It's Rhodes. And he will be stuffed for no gain. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
I think the quarterback felt he had an opportunity to get the running back out in space, but a great job by the defense. He had nowhere to go.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to throw it on third and very long. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Well, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. Receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that third down. Let's see what their decision is on fourth down coming up.
And it's good.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So they settle for 3, and now the kickoff. We'll see if the opposing offense has enough time to answer before halftime. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4.
A toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, the play's going to blow up.
That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. They'll run the option. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick this away to start the second half. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. Tries the right with a quick throw. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Irish.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows you the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
The back's got it again. And the Nittany Lions pick up enough yardage for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss.
There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. Going the other way. Can they stop him? At the 10 now. Return a pick six. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kurt.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick six in the last possession. Looking for his big tight end. He's got a man down the middle. They finally get him down. It's a big gain. Ball moves to the 47.
Well, that's a great job of working the middle of the field by this quarterback, and he picks up big yards.
First and 10 now for the offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. They've got him, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it about the 27.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. It's a heavy blitz look here. Let's see if they bring the house. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. You can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
He's got some room. Can he get there? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. But he's got some space here. On the move. It's a foot race. They can't catch him. Touchdown. We knew this returner was a dangerous guy. That was an electrifying play all the way to the house.
Chris, it was great blocking, but the guy just looks so natural back there. As far as once he got his hands on the ball, it was like he was setting up his blocks, knowing exactly where he wanted to go. And then once he hit it right around midfield, nobody was catching it.
Then they tack on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. Keeping it on the ground here. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41. A new set of downs after that completion. Tight end goes in motion. Looking to throw it on first down. It's a quick grab. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback drops back. Catch made down the left side. An explosive play. He stopped, but he gets a first down. And Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field.
Whew, that was pretty. The receiver broke down his defender on that curl against man-to-man coverage. That's how you win one-on-ones.
Looking to throw it again. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Well, the huge hit there. You half expected to see the ball come loose, but a great job to hang on to it.
Boy, great concentration by the tight end to be able to come up with that catch, but the defense showing how physical they are. When that tight end gets his hands on the ball, they are going to lower the boom.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. He shreds the tackle. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for it.
And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed, ability to diagnose the play blows it up.
Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Makes the catch, but the throw pulled him out of the field.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
So if the challenge doesn't work, that'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. Now here's the toss play. They can't stop him. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's fourth down.
The offense has a big play here, but they really put themselves in a hole on first and second down. That's why they've needed to try to play catch-up. They get some great yards there on third down, but it's still fourth down. Can they pick up the first?
Movement here from the tight end. A running play called on fourth down. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Running with purpose. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Crucial third down play coming up after that run. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Throws it to the right. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the 37.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Ball handed off. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Nice solid run here by this pack. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Handoff in a single back formation. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. He's running out of time here. Fights through a tackle. Tackle made at the 26. Good enough for a 1st down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the 1st down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the 1st and keep this drive moving.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Movement at the 2nd level of the defense now. They'll hand it off. And we're able to get him down. Trying to convert again on 3rd down. It's 3rd and 2. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They'll try to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Boy, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the 4th quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
Very efficient on 3rd down, and now it's 1st down and goal. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. He's swarmed by the defense.
That's another good run here by this back. You know, he's been inside, he's been outside. At times he's had to be patient, showing his vision. He now has 97 yards on the ground today. A few more carries, he's likely going to go over the century mark.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all.
And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for 3. This one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Set for the kickoff here after adding to this big lead. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. Last possession, they went for it on 4th down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
1st down, looking to throw the football. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions, locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, and it doesn't work out.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. He's got it for a big gain. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
The Nittany Lions will line up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And he's got it. Touchdown, Penn State. This offense really clicking.
That's taking advantage of a matchup there, Chris, by the quarterback finding his receiver. He puts the ball up in the air where he can make a play on it, and they come up with that touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. They'd love to produce some points and build this lead, but also work on the clock here. He shreds the tackle. He moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Back behind the quarterback, aligned in the pistol. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Tackle, but 1st down.
And that's going to be a 1st down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the 4th quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a 1st down on the ground.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. And the tailback's got it again. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
Now I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Try and muscle for the 1st down. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. This one is out of bounds, and that'll give the offense great field position. And the punt goes out of bounds. The officials now will mark the spot. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
They'll feed the back again. And the Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Breaking free at midfield. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
The Nittany Lions with 1st and 10 here. Play action fake, looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Short connection to the tight end here. Take it down, but not before he makes the 1st down. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Short throw complete to the tight end. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Crowd trying to make a difference here on 4th down. Some hard running there through a tackle. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
That's just mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line does their job, gets a nice surge there, and the back does what he needs to do to pick up the 1st down.
Defensive fans getting frustrated. Offense continues to march. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Pass caught. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He's escaping the pocket now. And it's caught. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
I'll tell you what, Chris, with this touchdown, never say never. You know, we're under 15 seconds to go, but with that touchdown, at least you're giving yourself a chance with the onside kick. If you recover it, who knows, a Hail Mary, maybe you got a chance to win the game.
On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he makes the two-point conversion. The lead cut down to 6.
Well, this defense can fly. I'm very impressed that this running back was able to get to the corner and come up with that two-point conversion.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. And now the defense steps in to call time with 10 seconds remaining on the clock. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And it's a kneel down. Well, a really entertaining game. Kirk, came right down to the end. They made the clutch plays, and that made the difference.
Well, we knew these teams were fairly evenly matched, and you really saw them go back and